My name's Clover, and we need to talk about eco-anxiety. Some of you may be wondering what eco-anxiety even is, while others may be struggling with it right now. This podcast is for both of you. For those curious listeners who want to understand the impacts of climate change on our mental health, this podcast is your crash course. Each week on the show, we'll be exploring a different face of the climate crisis, from the food we eat.
Our food system accounts for over 30% of the world's greenhouse gas emissions.
To our relationship with media.
In a way, climate change is the story we failed to tell.
Our addiction to fossil fuels.
When I was growing up, oil was 10 times cheaper than drinking water.
And everything in between.
80% of people displaced by climate change are women, primarily in the global south.
Historically, these communities have always been advocating for justice in the system, but there's a lack of resources being allocated to them.
I'll be speaking to leading experts in global companies about challenges and solutions.
Today we flush our toilets with fresh drinking water. What if I could actually use my shower water to flush toilets, so my laundry water?
You know, electricity, as I said, we're getting there. The problem is largely cracked. It's well on its way to being a clean electricity grid.
Fundamentally, what we need is a reinvention of capitalism. I mean, all of the science is showing us, we simply can't go on as we are.
You'll also hear from young people around the world who feel eco-anxious.
Climate change makes me feel absolutely paralyzed with fear.
For the first time in my life, I experienced a sort of crushing fear.
I live in a coastal city in Nigeria that lies along the coastline of the Atlantic Ocean. I wake up and I fear what will happen to our homes when sea levels keep rising at these unprecedented rates.
All the energy just drains out of me, and there are many days when I just feel like I want to rip my heart out because the heaviness of what's happening is just too much to hold.
And hear from our resident psychotherapist, Caroline Hickman, about how to navigate some of these feelings.
That doom and gloom stuff is real, but so is the positive thinking, so is the positive innovation. That's real too.
And for those of you who feel eco-anxious right now, I'm here to tell you that you are not alone. And far from being a sign of weakness, your eco-anxiety is totally normal. In fact, it's a sign of your empathy, proof that you are awake to the issues. I believe that talking about our eco-anxiety is the first step to turning it into agency, community, and vision. So let's talk about eco-anxiety.